here again with Miss Juarita White Alexander.
Yes.
Okay. So you have a letter here from the Attorney General's office.
Yes, this is one, I filed one with Lisa Madigan office and they said just about the same thing this Attorney General's office said. He said, I talked to a lady, Kathy, quite a few times, Kathy Gray.
She's
on there
that letter. And you can see it's an official letter from the Attorney General's office, with Lisa Madigan.
And she told me, don't get up off of this. Don't let up because this is something stolen from you, and it is stolen. This is something stolen from you. You can always get it back.
Now, you filed this when Lisa Madigan was.
I filed with Lisa Madigan.
This letter is from Kwame Raoul.
Right, because I filed with him too. I filed with Lisa Madigan office years ago and just got so frustrated.
What year was that?
That was the last year she was in office. So I filed with her. And then with this, I filed with him here, and I got a response back March 6th.
Oh, wow.
Of 2024, and just about the same
so
thing.
So what date did you file with Kwame and you got, I'm trying to get the time frame of how quickly they responded.
Yeah.
Was it earlier this year or was it?
Was earlier this year, it was before
like
March
January,
16th.
February?
It was like, I would say February.
Okay, so it took like about a month to respond?
Yes,
okay.
And then I got a response back from them March 16th, 2024.
Okay, it's March 6th.
Yeah, okay. And they said, yes, March 6th. And they said, do not, this lady here told me, do not get up off of this. I have talked to her.
Citizens Advocate, Consumer Protection Division, okay.
Yeah, I have talked to her about 4 times and she told me definitely don't get up off of this. It's something of value and it's something that's stolen and you can always get something back when it's stolen and it is stolen.
Okay. Right, especially when there's a patent, so they should have did a patent search. Do you have your patent documents with you?
No, I don't have them with me. I just brought this in the book.
But you do have them?
Yes.
And so what was the date of your patent?
I got to go back through my paperwork. I've been had this stuff for years. This happened in 97, 98, when I really started looking into it, and I have sent it to some of everybody, even Channel 7, sent a copy of this book to them. At that time, I didn't know to take it to them. I was just trying to get it out that it belonged to me. And it was all over the news, and I couldn't do nothing about it.
Wow.
Yeah. A black woman from the west side of Chicago made one of the most important inventions in American history.
So tell the audience about the invention.
Say it again.
Tell the audience more about the invention.
The invention is basically for safety. You know, we see people on the trains, you know, things going on now almost as bad as they were then, you know. And people were scared on the train. And I know I was working late nights and I was scared on the train and the buses. So God just blessed me with that. The camera, that actually the talking bus stop, I named it that. And it still had that name. The talking bus stop, announcing the stops on the front of the bus so that people that couldn't really hear, but they can see that. Now I have a hearing problem, so I understand. But people couldn't really hear, but they could see and they could read the signs. It had to spell out the street, each stop, announce the stop, and the name of the stop.
So it's verbal and visual.
Yeah, so they could see this. And it was really important for the safety, for the camera, things going on that train and on the bus. People need to be able to see. I was hoping, I had it set up where we would have a system set up, a monitor system, so they would look, they could see whatever's going on the train. I remember someone asking me, how you gonna do that? At that time, there was no such thing like that. But that was a monitor. That's why I call it monitor control, because they were supposed to be able to look on the camera, the monitor, and see what's going on the train, you know, or the buses. And at that time, there was nothing like that out here.
Wow. And so when did you know that the CTA had gotten your invention in?
I found out they said CTA goes high tech. That was in November.
Did you bring a copy of that?
Pardon?
Did you bring a copy of that article?
Yes,
it's in your book.
It's in your book.
It's in which one? Okay. Yeah. Yes. CTA goes high tech in 99. Now that's an original newspaper. It came from 99, November 99.
And when you first read that, how did you feel first?
Sick. Sick. Because I trusted someone. I went to someone that I thought was a really good company. They had TV commercials. I had no idea they would steal my project. I trusted them. I signed paper with them. This lady took all my information down and I was sure we're going to be fine. So yes, I feel sick and been feeling sick since then. But it's time for them to know that don't belong to CTA. It belonged to Juarita White Alexander and my family.
And this was in 1999.
Yes. It says CTA goes, that was in 98. It says, that was November 98. It says CTA goes high tech in 99.
Oh, wow.
And that's the original newspaper right there.
And your invention was submitted to them in what, January of 1998.
Yes. That's the results. It came
So
with.
in the
Yeah.
well, passengers would see bus security cameras, two-way train intercoms, and talking bus stops under the CTA's proposed $1.3 billion 1999 spending plan released Monday. Wow. The budget holds a line on fares and service levels, but you indicate even that term, talking bus stops, was originally yours.
Right. It is. It's in my book, to talk about stuff. I named it.
It's in this book
It's
here.
in that book right there.
You know what page it's on?
I'm not sure of the page. I've been here to put away.
But
I
it's
try
on
to keep it safe because I'm going to keep this book. But yes, but it's in my book, The Talking Bus Stop. Even the summary that the attorney gave the results, he asked me to contact him. It's an original. They had an attorney, and the attorney, the law firm, they're still working. They're still in business.
Mm. And so what are some of the other avenues of relief that you've been trying to? Have you talked to the CTA directly?
No. Every time I tried to get a lawyer to fight this, I got shut down. I had George Howell that got disbarred. He got a patent attorney. I'm not even sure the patent attorney name. That was when I first found out about they did this.
Yeah, and I see right here for their recommendation, they say, therefore, I am pleased to report that it is my professional opinion that utility patent protection could potentially be obtainable for your invention. And this is from the law offices of Cardell and Associates, PC. And Ivar M. Cardell is the one who signed it.
And
You can see right here, that's where he signed that letter.
hold it up again for him. And they are still in business. This
Have you
law firm.
talked to the lawyer?
I haven't talked to them, no.
Well, it would seem like that would be a good lawyer.
But I did Google it and looked up, and they're still in business, this law firm.
Wow. So here's a photo of the actual this Lefkowitz et al. I don't know who that is. Video and audio security system.
Now, they did all the
this
artwork,
is
they
done.
did all the drawings. I gave them what I had
Oh, okay.
and told them how it worked. All I had to do was tell them how it worked and they go from there. I remember her saying, what would you name something like this? What would you call it? I said, well, it's an intercom system and it talks and it's
So
announcing
who was supposed to file it at the patent office for you?
the representative Nancy Driscoll. Well, I'm
From
not
this
sure,
company?
From that company. I'm not sure who she had to file it, but I know Nancy Driscoll is the person that wrote up everything and took down my information. And whoever she turned it over to, whether it's a supervisor or whoever, but I knew it went in her hand.
Hmm. So I was trying to see the actual patent that they did.
The copyright.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you name all of the legal agencies that you contacted to try to get relief on this?
Just George Howard, he was a criminal attorney,
Uh-huh.
and he had a patent attorney, and I don't know that patent attorney name that we were supposed to work with, but it didn't go any further than George Howard.
And you went to the state's attorney's office?
Yes, I went to the state attorney's office, Lisa Madigan,
Okay.
and just lately I went to Rahul.
What about the U.S. attorney office? You tried them?
No, I never tried them. All I knew was to try to talk to the attorney general, try to get a lawyer. I didn't know who to talk to or what to do. I just knew it was gone when it belonged to me.
And it looks like they contacted the Chicago Transit Authority
Yes,
claim
because
department
I
too.
filed a complaint against Chicago Transit. And
How did you file that complaint?
Because they
with-
got my camera.
You filed it with the Attorney General's office, is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Uh-huh. So I was told to contact the Attorney General's, the Transit Authority in this company, and a lawyer. So that's what I'm doing now, really trying to get an attorney to help me with this. I've been doing this for years, and to get some help with, because I know it belonged to me. And it's stolen, and it's not right that they're keeping it in the CTL saying what they have, and they don't understand. That's mine.
And it says, thank you for a response at the end of this Attorney General's. I want, that you're saying, I want the money for my inventions. I want to be recognized for the inventor who have invented one of the biggest inventions of all our history. I talked to a representative for Attorney Lisa Madigan's office, and she told me there's no limitation on something of value, and this is very, very valuable. They stole it and sold it all over Illinois and abroad, and I want my money. I want my camera back, I want a talking bus stop, and I want my recognition because it belongs to me. And this white woman took down all of my information. She worked for Intervention Submission. I never saw her again, and that company stole my invention. The talking bus stop with the intercom system and cameras all belong to me. Okay. Do you have the original application that you submitted with Lisa Madigan?
No, it's been a while. No, I don't have the original anymore. And I tried to call down there to get it. They said once she left, all her information went with her.
They should have files in the computer system. I don't
Well, that's
understand
the
that.
lady told me that I couldn't even get it. But I filed a complaint with her office, and they did the same thing. In fact, someone from her office called me and told me to get a lawyer. See, I sent them a copy of this
Well,
book.
when you filed, they didn't give you any information.
He
from
sent me
the
a letter
application?
just like this.
Do you have that letter?
I don't have it with me. I don't
But you
have
do
it.
have it. That's
I
what I'm
did
saying,
have
yeah.
it, and I was told should be in the records, but someone told me with this office, with the new office, that everything that Lisa Madigan had went with her, and it wouldn't be public
No,
record.
that's a public record. They
Okay,
can't-
well, my information is there. If it's public record, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably have to go with the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and request it.
Okay, well, we'll do it then, 'cause I need that too. 'Cause I did file a complaint with them, and they told me just about the same thing. I was just
Yeah,
really,
because it's a public service. They're a public service, so you know, they
Yes.
can't. It's not nothing private that she can take with her.
okay. Well, I
It
was,
has to stay there and be passed on
Mhm.
to the next Attorney General's office.
Okay, yeah, and when I talked to them, they don't know, all the information went with her. So I filed a complaint with his office so I could have it on file with him too, because I'm still fighting this.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone, the good part about it, everyone said go on and fight it because it belonged to you.
So you're not getting any satisfaction from the state, so now it's go federal.
I haven't got a satisfaction from nobody, everybody
But that's what I'm
telling.
saying, your
Yeah.
next step, go to
Yes.
the U.S. Attorney
Yeah.
General's office.
Okay,
Let me see who that is.
okay.
So, I mean, that's what even, we had to do even in slavery, well, not slavery, but segregation times is get the U.S. government involved and the president involved and the Supreme Court involved,
Good.
when they're segregating the schools.
Good.
Let me see.
Finally, someone said something that makes some sense. I thought, no, I've been through it with this. For years, just imagine knowing you have, I got 6 children. Can you imagine? Yep, raised them all, put them in school, put them in college, praise God, you go too.
So this guy, Mary Garland, is
God is good.
the office of the Attorney General. So you have to probably go to the office to file a complaint. And then, that's why, so you have to start getting all your information, putting it in like a big binder.
Okay.
So, and then section it also, you can go to it, like when I was asking you questions about this letter and that letter, you can go right to it.
Good.
And
Okay.
then even make copies so that, you're taking a copy around, and then you got the originals safe somewhere, so you don't have to worry about the copies.
Okay.
Somebody broke in my van, they took my briefcase, all my important tax documents I just had done, gone. And I got them on camera, so filed a police report, but that still don't bring me the documents back, but we got the culprit on camera, so
Yeah, what they gonna do with something like that? People just take things that don't,
well,
that's just
we in
silly.
Chicago, we have a lot of people that are
And
on
it's not
substance
important to 'em. That's what
abuses,
get
and so they going after anything of value that they can get. If they can get $5 or $10,
That's right. That's right.
they consider that a win for them. So I'm gonna show you this letter. So this is not about me. I'll show it to you afterwards. We'll stay focused on it. So anything else you want to tell me that you would like to go into this story?
No, that's just about it. Just as long as I can get some help with getting this did. I need it on the news. I need whoever can help, whether it's the president, the governor, the mayor, whoever can help with this. I need some help. And this have been taken, and I just feel terrible about it. Look how many years it's been, and they're just still holding on to something that don't belong to them. And these people stole it and kept going.
Yeah, CTA has also gathered some federal funds to fund this project. So he said that the Attorney General needs $138 million more funds from the state to match the $550 million and authorize federal funding for work on the Cermak branch of the Blue Line and on the Brown Line. The federal funds we have secured are going to be for naught if we don't get the state funding. We said our public hearing on the budget will be held in November. Written comments will be accepted through November 6th by Greg Lokini, Secretary of the Board, CTA. Wow. Well, tell me a little bit more about, the invention. When you was going through with intervention submission, what did they tell you after you gave them that check?
Basically, thank you. We'll contact you when we get through doing the research for you to come in and finish paying. And that's it. And shook my hand.
What did they promise you from the research, though? I mean, what were your expectations from them?
That she was gonna do a research, contact me when the research was finished so I could come in and pay for it, because I knew it was original, but she was doing the research. She had to send it to the Patent and Trademark Office. So I was waiting for them to contact me. When I got contacted, it was already on the news saying CTA goes high tech at 99. This lady.
Why did you decide to go to them?
I didn't know who to go to. I was looking for someone. They had a TV commercial.
Okay.
And I went to them because, you know what, they had the TV commercial. I knew what I needed. And I called and talked to a representative and got an appointment and went out there. And after I got out there, gave my information and it went from there. I shouldn't say gave, but I passed my information to Nancy Driscoll, the representative. And she took it and never heard anything else from her. I never saw the lady again.
I mean, but did she explain to you, to give you some expectations of what they were going to do? The whole process of their connection with helping clients?
No, what she said was they were going to do the research. She was going to contact me once they finished their research. She was doing a research for a copyright and a patent. Once she finished getting everything done, she was going to contact me to come in and pay, let me know what their research results were, come in and pay for it, and that was it. And I haven't heard anything from that day to this one. The last thing I said to that lady was, thank you very much. And I didn't know she was stealing. I'm thinking she was helping me, you know? I shook her hand and said, thank you. I had a relative to go out there with me.
Oh, you went back out there?
No, just that time. I saw her one time.
You never went back to the office?
No, because I mean...
Even now you have never...
I think years ago I went out there one time trying to reach her. When I went out there to pick up the book, that's when I asked about her. When it was on the news, they called and set up an appointment. 3 weeks after it was on the news, went out there and picked up this book. That was the but next.
Tell me about that day. What happened?
Huh?
Tell me about the day you went and picked up the book. What happened?
Had an appointment. Went in. 2 of my nieces went with me.
So you had called them before
I called,
and set up an
and they called me.
Oh.
They called me and told me my information packet was ready and everything had been approved and I needed to come in.
Okay.
So when I went into the office, there was another man, an older man, kind of short, a little taller than I were, but he introduced himself. I forgot his name. It's been years. But he talked to me and he gave me my information package. And told me that everything was approved. Congratulations, shook my hand, told me I could go on and get my patent. And I'm looking at him like, and you can get your copyright. I'm like, okay. And I look, this is not a patent, this is a copyright. So I didn't say nothing to him because I had already saw it on the news. So I asked him, you know, okay, where's Nancy Driscoll? He said, oh, Nancy, she left. She went to Washington, D.C. And I was just really blown away.
You still should have been able to contact them. Was it another office they had in Washington, D.C.?
I couldn't get no sense out of nobody. Once Nancy Driscoll was gone and I talked to that man, I started trying to get lawyers.
All right, so I think chronological dates are important. So the first day you went to them, what date was it?
Exactly, that was in March. I went to them in March of 97.
Oh, you went to them in 97?
No, I went to them in 97, March of 97, yeah.
And this book was ready in March of 1998.
Yep, and I went to them in March.
And they even had it ready, well, this letter was ready on January 15th, 1998.
Right, and I went to them in March of 97. My son's birthday is March 16th. And he was 2 years old at the time.
So did you, I'm thinking it might be a hard question, did you search the patent of the CTA's?
No, that's what that lawyer that George Howard connected with was supposed to do. I never even met this man. I talked to George Howard. He had someone working on it.
To see what date that they actually did.
I can't say what he did because I never even met him. I talked to Andrea, which was George Howard, secretary, and George Howard talked to that person, and I talked to Andrea and to George Howard.
Okay. Do you have any pictures of what your proposed intervention would look like?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any pictures.
So it was just at the idea stage?
I drew something. I'm not a great artist, but I drew a little something.
Is your drawing in here?
It's not in there. It was in their hand. They didn't put it in this book. It was in their hand.
Do you got a copy of your drawing?
No, I don't have it anymore. But I do know that I drew you know, the little camera on the outside, and I was trying to show them that you can see what's going on the outside and then in the inside, you know? Yeah, but I explained to her how it worked, and I drew it to the best of my knowledge.
So the drawings and pictures that they have here are other people's
That their thing they
inventions and
drew.
stuff, but it's,
Mhm.
you know, not similar to yours.
Yes,
And so that's why they said that you could,
right.
file for a patent.
You can see some of the things I said to them. I think the lawyer wrote some of that up. But as far as the drawing, they didn't put my drawings in. But she told me they were gonna draw everything. That was in the supposed to have been in the copyright search and in the patent search. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of everything according to this lady. She sure did.
All right, well, I think we've got enough to, for this first story. Probably need some pictures of, the book. So we have the book. Prepared for Juarita White, but I thought they were supposed to help you get the patent.
They were supposed to
Well,
help
then,
me.
that's why I asked you what were your expectations and what did they promise when
They
you
were
first
supposed
said.
to get a patent and a copyright for me. They were supposed to do this for me, not for themselves. And they never did nothing for me. They did it for themselves. They ordered this.
And are
They
they
did
still
the
in
search.
business?
And I think the only reason I ended up with this is it was this man that took over all of her project, yeah, all of her clients. I ended up being one of those clients. So when he told me, when he saw that I had an approval, he called me to let me know and to come in and pick up my package. Other than that, I would have never known this. He was the new person just coming in, taking over for her, taking her clients. And I was one of those people. I really wish I remembered his name.
And you say they changed their names?
Yes, from invention submission to inventor's help.
So I'm looking at here and it says Inventor Submission Corporation, ISC, is an inventor services company that helps invents, develop, and market their inventions. ISC offers services such as patent referral. ISC can help inventors find patent professionals. Prototype services. ISC can help inventors build prototypes of their inventions. Information packages. ISC prepares information packages about inventors' inventions and submit them to companies that might be interested. Okay. And they have a phone number, 1-800-424-2089. So when you contacted them, you told them about this, what was their response?
That guy, the person that I talked to that gave me this book, he didn't know what an answer were. I was just trying to get out of that office with what I had because they already had stole it and I was knowing to just try to find a lawyer.
And you tried to find some lawyers, but...
I have been trying to find lawyers and cannot find one thing. They're kind of expensive. Another is I just didn't know who to contact.
Okay. Did you contact any lawyers?
Not anymore. Not since George
Well,
Howard.
any means, even your first one, what was it?
The
I'm trying
first
to
one.
get some details about
Yeah,
what your experience has been.
I contacted George Howard. I actually contacted another lawyer this year. Let me see that phone. And he told me to the type of lawsuits it is, some kind of enchantment or such, 3 different lawsuits he said that you can file, but because it was CTA, he truly didn't want to tell us it. But he told me you can file a complaint. You can file a lawsuit. You know, but it's just you have to get the right attorney. And this was a patent attorney, And I believe he was working by himself. So facing CTA, a lot of attorneys don't want to face CTA. But I'm going to face them because they got what belong to me. And if whatever I have to pay, whatever I have to do, I'm doing it. Because it just hurts to know that I came up with something like this where so much money could have took care of the country. Let's on the city. These people took my money, took my project, and just left. So whatever I can do, whoever I can contact, I'm doing it. I was told by this lady to pay the fee, get the right attorney, pay the fee, and file a lawsuit against CTA and against invention submission. Subpoena the records.
Right.
The file, she told me to do that, and that's Kathy. This lady right here told me to do that. And just don't let up off of this, because it's something of value and it's stolen, and you can always get it back. You just have to prove it. And I got the proof right here.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization.
Okay, everybody, Stephen Key here. Today I want to talk about why are inventors doing it the wrong way? What can you do to correct that problem? I think most inventors are looking at this the wrong way. And the reason why, maybe they've learned this from a friend, or maybe they've read a book, or maybe they've had a class in college. I don't know, but they're doing it the wrong way. Most inventors fail at commercializing their inventions. And because I think they're doing everything wrong. Number one, I am an inventor, and I've made a good living being an inventor, and I found a way to test my ideas quickly without spending a lot of money on any one idea. There you go, I just said it, that's the formula. How to test ideas quickly.
It's the last one y'all contacted me about this. I talked to him about it, but I didn't sign anything up with him. His name is Adam. And so I talked to him about it. And he worked downtown, I think on Van Buren. And he's a patent attorney, and he told me to just, I have another project I'm working on, but he told me to, the type of lawsuit it could, we could file, some kind of enchantment, and with 3 or 4 others. But he said, yeah, you can file, but you have to find the right attorney. And he's a patent attorney, but I believe he works by himself.
So they sent you this email?
No, this was about another project. I talked to him about CTA, but I'm working on something else, but that's the attorney. And I talked to her about this project. I got to pull up my
So
mirror.
was this another project by you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And you did get a patent on that one?
Yeah, we getting everything did with this one. And I went to a lawyer that seemed to be a lawyer instead of these crazy people. And still. Okay,
All right then, thank you very much, Juanita.
thank you. Now, do you need copies of it?